This is Monday morning, about 6:30. We're going to go up here and try to plant some forage oats in between some of those bean rows that were non-canopied. I haven't looked at it for a week. We planted last on the 5th, and we did see a trace of rain, not the rain that was predicted. It rained probably 10 miles west of here and then sort of feathered out. But this is the new latest drought monitor, and you can see we're here in Clark County, and we're in a somewhat, as they would label it, a abnormally dry down here in southern Iowa. Down here is an extreme drought. That's in Davis County. So we're really dry, and we're not as dry. This would have been last year's on July 25th, and you can see how extensively dry it was in that same area. And we were in a severe drought at that time with that dark orange. So we're somewhat better off this year on the 7th. Well, this was, like I said, this came out on the 7th of August, which would have been last Tuesday, and it's published each Thursday. This week we're supposed to have hopefully a lot of rain. That's why I'm down here trying to get this oats in here. Ideal planting rates from September, or from August 15th. You can plant clear up to, the middle of September. But I'm going to try to get them in here and get as much rain. Now this is ironic. This is what I woke up to yesterday morning in the Register, Des Moines Register, and yeah, we are definitely at that threshold of climate change. That's something food plotting farmers and whatever, basically humanity, will have to get used to. So it's really ironic, like I said, that I woke up yesterday morning and that was the front page on the news, that we're in a climate change, and we've heard about it, and it's exceptionally dry, hot and dry, and it's been that way all my life in Iowa, but we had some pretty good rainfalls throughout the summer. Well, here in the last few years, that's not been the case, but that can turn around overnight. So let's get up here to the field and see if we can get these oats in the ground. Well, as you can see behind us, the beans have made beans, and but you can see they didn't canopy over in this area, so there's a lot of bare dirt. My thought is take this one row cultivator and go up through here, back up, cultivate this dirt. As you can see, it's still dust. Open it up and throw some forage oats in it. Now, like I said, the beans have put pods on. As you can see them, they're right there. So they did make beans in this area. But you can also see the heavy browsing that the deer did. But right there's the timber also. So we're going to scratch this surface up in here, hopefully this morning, if it works. And I think it will, because the beans aren't very tall. And this one row cultivator should go down. And we may take some beans out, but it's not a great loss. The better field's up yonder. But so let's get to seeing if this plan unfolds. So we're going to back up that row, and we'll come down. And I want to do that before this starts germinating out here in my beetkin grains, because I'd be running over that. So let's get this going. take you up here and show you what we did here. Like I said, as you can see where we got the cultivation, there are some bigger clods in here, but they're really mellow. They break right up, so they're not hard pan. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to back up over here and maybe smash them and see how that works. Yeah, this was the second pass, and like I said, the ground worked up. We got some loose dirt here, and being as we're planting the oats in here, we don't have to have the seed bed as smooth as we would a seed such as a perennial, but we've got it loosened up, and we're going to continue to keep on. Well, this seems like this is going to work, because that ground needs to be cultivated up to get, we have to get some dirt on that forage oat. And when I'm driving on this beets and greens area, there's nothing germinated here, so I'm not running over any forage either. So we get this rolled up. You can see the tillage that's been done, and like I said, it can be a little rougher tillage because you're going with a more durable, bigger seed with the forage oats, but we just couldn't plant on that hard pan ground, and we don't want to take these beans out. They're still grazing on them, and I'm going to accidentally get some beans out of there, but as you can see, there was many pods on there. One, I can feel 2, 3 beans were in that pod. So even though they were that short, they were still making beans. Now I'm going to take, unfortunately some will get knocked out, but the benefits of putting the forage oats in that bare ground is going to outweigh the loss of a few beans also. So we'll keep, and that's an advantage of a 38-inch row. I can get that little cultivator right down through there, where if I had 30-inch rows, I wouldn't be able to get it through there, I don't think. I might, but it'd be really tight. So, okay, let's do some more cultivating. Probably don't have much more than 1/8 of an acre here. So I'm going to go in and side dress it with a little 624-24. Doesn't need any nitrogen. The beans have been putting nitrogen in it all summer. So I'll get to cranking this 624-24 on. Like I say, this is just to amend the beans. The beans are there, but maybe the forage oats will come in and give it a helping hand on filling in that bare ground. We don't need much. Didn't do a test on it, but it would be more advantageous to put a little more starter fertilizer with your phosphorus and potassium on there for the beans. And that'll help the germination of the forage oats. Yeah, we put about, this is a 50-pound bag, and we put half of it on there, so it's only 25 pounds. And because it's not an over large area. Now here's our forage oats. This is I think it's a 50-pound bag, and it's a 45-pound bag, and that's supposed to do 1/2 acre. So you can see the seed in here is quite big, large, and we know we're close to 1/2 acre. So we'll put a little heavier mix on it, just because of the soil, the way it's worked up, but we'll have plenty to seed this small area. Now keep in mind, that forage oat is quite a bit bigger than the Nebraska and the clover seeds that you seed. So it takes up more volume in a bag also. So like I say, that 45-pound bag, it does a 1/2 acre, to where those little bags will do a 1/2 acre up to 1 acre. Now you see that we walked that on. We still got plenty of seed in this bag, and we covered that. We covered that field pretty thorough, and that bag is half full. So we put it on. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take the garden rake, and we're going to run up these rows and just put some dirt lightly over the rows. We're not going to spend a lot of time hitting, scuffing, kicking, gouging. Like I said, we'll just take this rake and we'll go down between the rows. There's not that many rows, but what rows there are, we'll just scuff some dirt on real lightly. So we'll take off down through there. It's not rocket science. We're just going to, whatever we can get, we'll throw some dirt. Little marginal dirt, not much. Just something to cover them up a little bit. Now we do the long rows first and get them out of the way. And it goes pretty fast. Now here's a row that we haven't raked, and you can see the seed and the fertilizer laying on top. Now here's the row that we raked, and as we go down through here, if we see those big clods, we break it. Now we haven't got it all covered, but it has some covered, and that's all it's needed. And like I say, when I find these big clods as I'm walking down there, they smash pretty good. Might as well smash them up. Don't take long kicking ass in the bean field. Yeah, who needs a physical fitness arena? All you need to do is get out and work. But anyhow, this is before we raked it, and the seed's on top of the ground. We don't want that. So we have to cover it. So as you can see, the fertilizer and the seed with the light on it, and that we haven't raked that, but we're going to go up that row. But here's a raked row. It's better than what this was, but it, doesn't have to be perfect, but make an attempt to get some dirt scuffed over, and don't put more than 1.5 inches on your oats. And if you find any residue like this, get it out of there, because that's not going to help. That's not going to help. But yeah, so this is the extent of it. Goes pretty fast. As you see, as we walk down through these rows, you see where we cultivated them, the effects of that. We broke up that hard pan. It was pretty mellow, thankfully, but you can see the bareness in there. But like I say, these beans did make beans, so it really, if I can get 2 crops here and the other thing is this, if this helps other people in their food plotting with beans, then this is a win-win for everybody. So now all I got to do is walk up here. Let's count this. I'll measure this off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Basically 31 yards. That'll be 90 feet. And it doesn't take long for us to get up here where the beans have been left alone. And they're thigh high, or they're really deep. I can show you. You can see how high they are under my shorts. They're past my knee. And they're still, these here are still in the flowering stage. And I had a gentleman said that the longer they stay in that stage, the better the nitrogen they're affixing to the roots. So I want to thank him for that information. As you can see, these are quite tall beans, and for the most part weed free, and they haven't been browsed on. And as we turn around, back around there, it doesn't take long. Pardon the footage, pulling the weed. It doesn't take long to get back into this one area. Basically no browsing up here, but they're in the flowering stage up here, and they are making beans. As you pan down there are some beans starting to go to pod. So we get this rain. It's supposed to come in. It's supposed to be quite a bit, but like I said, you didn't have to go far to see an over browsing situation. That's why it's really critical when you do plant beans. Make sure you plant a lot of them, because they are a summer annual and a fall annual. You wear both hats. But like I say, down here, here's how tall they are down here. But they also are making beans. So it's not a lost cause yet. And now that we tilled this field up and we put the forage oats in here, this might work out great. And if it helps you people, some of you people, with over browsing of your beans, that's even better. There's that hedge apple, boy. That's sure, every year that puts out a tremendous crop of hedge apples. And it's just a super food source, natural food source, right here in the middle of a food plot. Yeah, it's 9:43. We got started here right at 7 o'clock, so almost 3 hours right in there. We got this tilled up, we got it seeded, we hand raked it, and we're supposed to be blessed with some rain. So that's it from the non-typical. Now I got to go do the same thing. Got to go to work and do the same thing, but I get paid on that end of it. So that's it from the Forage Oats, hopefully field.
The hazardous weather outlook for much of central Iowa. For today and tonight, no hazardous weather is expected at this time. And now the extended outlook for the period Tuesday through Sunday. Scattered thunderstorms are forecast Tuesday into Wednesday. The severe weather potential remains low at this time. Additional and frequent thunderstorm chances are forecast later in the week and into the weekend, especially by Sunday.
Well, you heard it. There's a chance to get some rain. Tomorrow will be the 14th. Wednesday will be the 15th. Just maybe we'll get some moisture. And that's what you got to plan ahead of. Last week we planted on, not yesterday, Sunday, but it was on the 5th. And we got nil to no rain at all. And we had a heck of a good chance. It rained every place around here, but let's hope that tonight or tomorrow it's ground zero right here. So that's it. Trying to get it in before the rain. Rain makes grain, and no rain makes pain. So here we go.